What's poppin' YouTube? JD here, back with yet another video for you guys. It is the middle of the month of June. There are a ton of sneakers dropping in the second half of the month. The first half of the month so far has been kind of disappointing because, especially if you live in the United States, you guys were promised a lot of sneakers in the first half of June, but they've all been postponed to July pretty much. For example, the Nike Dunk Low Varsity Red, also the Jordan 1 tie-dye, and also the Space Hippies. By the way, if you haven't watched it already, I have dropped a review of the Jordan 1 tie-dye. I will leave a link to it up here somewhere. And in the next coming days, I will be dropping reviews on the Space Hippie 03s as well as the Dunk Low Varsity Red. I managed to cop all of them. They all released on time here in Europe. But the second half of June is looking like it has nearly double the amount of dope sneakers dropping than the first half of June. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off on June the 16th, we have the Air Force One South Korea dropping. This is a very under the radar type of release. There isn't like a draw on the sneakers app. It's just releasing randomly on the Nike app and also on several other retailers. And this is definitely a sneaker that has some hype behind it. There is definitely going to be resale in almost every single size. And usually these country collabs on Air Force Ones do pretty well, at least when it comes to resale. So this is definitely an under the radar release that you guys should watch out for. They got icy blue bottoms and the swooshes are different on each side. Also the laces have like blue laces as well as pink laces. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. It will be releasing 9 a.m. on Tuesday, the 16th of June on a lot of websites, including Nike, so make sure you guys don't miss that. Also on June the 16th, we have the Air Max 90 dropping in this orange reverse duck camo. You guys have seen the other colorways of this duck camo pack. There was the OG colorway, and then there was also a Volt camo, and now we finally have the trilogy completed, this time in this orange colorway. In my opinion, this colorway is easily the worst out of the three. And I do think that right now, the hype behind this pack has definitely died out a little bit. We've received way too many colorways in my opinion. This isn't a sneaker that I would cop for resale. However, all you Air Max 90 fans out there, this is probably one for you guys. On June the 20th, some New Balance news to talk about. We're gonna be getting the New Balance 327 dropping in two colorways, the Rust colorway as well as the Sky Blue or Navy Blue colorway. Both of these colorways already released here in Europe, but they will be releasing in the US on June the 20th. So this is not gonna be an easy cop by any means. And if you look on StockX, pretty much every 327 colorway also has some resale behind it. However, the Rust pair and the blue pair don't have too much resale behind it. So even if you guys miss out on release date, you should be able to cop this fairly easily, just paying maybe $20, $30 above retail. Out of the two, I definitely think that navy colorway, which happens to be a woman's release, but it does go up pretty high in terms of men's sizes. I really like that colorway, a perfect colorway for this summertime. June the 20th, by the way, is just gonna be the craziest day of the month when it comes to releases. There is so much heat dropping. Also on June the 20th in the US, we have the Jordan 5 Top 3 dropping. You guys might have heard of this colorway. It is a combination of three of the most popular Jordan 5 colorways ever. It is a combination of the metallic 5s, the grape 5s, as well as the fire red 5s. But in my opinion, they should have just called this colorway the Raptors colorway, because that's what I see when I look at this. It reminds me a lot of those Jordan 4 Raptors. And if you're keeping score, by the way, the Toronto Raptors are still the NBA defending champions. And yes, that is my favorite team in the universe. And I am gonna keep reminding people that yes, the Raptors are the defending champs. But this pair, the Jordan 5 Top 3s, not a pair that I would cop for resale because it has released already here in Europe. And there's pretty much no resale in any of the sizes. And once it releases in the US and a lot more stock enters the market, expect these prices to drop even more. So definitely not one worth copying for resale. But for the Jordan 5 lovers out there, this is probably like a must-have for you guys. So definitely go ahead and cop a definite collector's item. Also on June the 20th, now this is releasing earlier here in Europe, and that is the Jordan 11 Concord Low, or in some cases, they're also called the Jordan 11 Sketch. This is a women's only release. It's basically a Jordan 11 Concord, this time in a navy color. And I think this colorway just looks very clean, and I actually expect this colorway to sell out. This colorway will be releasing in the US sometime in July. I'm not exactly sure on the date, However, here in Europe, it will be releasing on June the 20th. I will try to cop a pair so that I can give you guys an early review. I also think that because this is a women's only release, however, I know a lot of guys are gonna want this sneaker. I think that the resale on some of the bigger sizes, there's gonna be decent resale, so it might be worth copying for resale just in those bigger sizes. Also on June the 20th, now this isn't confirmed. I haven't seen any store confirm it yet. However, it says on some websites that it will be releasing on June the 20th. That is the Jordan 1 Rage Green Zoom. I'm personally a big fan of any of the Jordan 1 Zooms because I do think, at least when it comes to comfort, it is probably the most comfortable Jordan 1. You definitely feel that cushioning in the midsole. I don't particularly like this colorway personally. It's just a pretty weird shade of green, and I just don't think these colors work together too well. But that's just my opinion. If you look at the resale prices right now, they are pretty high in pretty much any size. So I actually do think that this sneaker is gonna have some pretty decent resale. But at the same time, it also could be that because there haven't been any early pairs released anywhere, so we haven't seen the resale prices come lower. I would say if you are copying for resale and you want to be safe, just go for sizes between size 7 to 9. I think bigger than those sizes, it is a bit risky to say if it's going to have any resale right now. But yeah, once again, not confirmed, but we might be getting it on June the 20th, the Jordan 1 in the Rage Green colorway. On June the 20th, I'm very excited about this release. This is gonna be an European exclusive. We're finally getting the Jordan 4 in the metallic red. Of course, it's not the colorway I personally wanted. I really wanted the metallic green. However, I'm not too mad at getting a pair of the reds as well. I'm still completely confused about where exactly those metallic greens released, because they didn't release in Europe, they didn't release in the US, and I'm not sure if it released in Asia or not. I heard rumors that they did release in Asia, so if any of my Asian viewers are watching it and you managed to cop those metallic green pairs in a size 11, if you guys want a size 11 of the metallic red pair, I will gladly cop a pair and do a trade with you guys. For all of my EU viewers, these metallic 4s definitely worth copying for resale in any size. You can go on StockX right now and look at the resale on these. Pretty much every size right now is selling for above 450 to 500 euros. And of course that will come down a little bit once the sneaker releases, but because it's a regional exclusive, and because it's red, and anytime white and red go on a Jordan, everybody wants a pair. And this colorway has just never ever released before, and that is the metallic red Jordan 4s. So yeah, try to get as many pairs as you can, because I also expect the value on this pair to keep rising over time once again, because it is that regional exclusive. I will for sure try to cop a pair myself and give you guys a review. Very quickly, if you guys have been enjoying this video so far, make sure you smash that like button and of course subscribe for more. I've noticed on my analytics that there are so many of you guys who watch my videos, watch all of my videos pretty much, but you haven't been subscribed yet to the channel. It really helps out the channel if you just hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, so thank you. Moving on to later in the month, on June the 24th, we are supposed to be getting another Nike Dunk Low, this time in the Champs colors colorway. It looks like it's an orange and navy colorway, and me personally, I absolutely love this colorway. I would love to cop it for personal. These colors just go together really well, and I think if you throw some white laces on there, this is going to be an absolute banger of a shoe. I expect there to be some pretty decent resale on this pair as well. If you guys wanted to cop it for resale, this is definitely a personal cop for me, but if you do cop it for resale, I expect in the beginning the prices to be around that 200 to 250 range, because this colorway isn't going to be as popular as, for example, that St. John pair that I recently released. So I expect it to be kind of in the low 200s, but definitely this pair would be a hold for me. I do expect the prices to increase quite a lot, like we've seen on the Syracuse and the Kentuckys. On June the 25th, now once again, not confirmed yet. However, we've seen a lot of websites report this date. This is the Yeezy Quantum Basketball in this barium colorway. If this sneaker does actually release, this would be definitely my cop of the month. Anytime you throw these olive, these earthy kind of colorways on Yeezys, it's always a win to me. And I just think this colorway looks absolutely sick on this pair. So definitely a pair I want to cop for personal. We haven't seen a single Yeezy Quantum release here in Europe yet, which is pretty disappointing. So for that reason, I really do want to cop a pair for myself. Also goes without saying, resale on this is going to be very good, especially because we're going into the summertime now. now. A lot of the countries, a lot of the states have started to open up. People are gonna go outside, wanna play some basketball. So getting the latest pair of Yeezy basketball shoes, perfect timing for a pair like that to release. But let's see if it actually releases. June the 25th, the Yeezy Quantum basketball in the barium colorway. On June the 26th, you guys in the US, you will be getting the Jordan 1 in the tie-dye colorway dropping. It released early here in Europe, and I did say in my review that I thought this is just one of the dopest and most unique Jordan 1s to drop this year. And based on how that release went, I can definitely tell you that this pair is extremely limited, so it's not going to be an easy cop. If you guys are copping for resale, the bigger sizes, the much more limited sizes, those are going to be worth quite a lot when it comes to resale, especially a few months from now, because we've never seen tie-dye on a Jordan 1 before, and also this colorway just looks sick. And once again, it's a women's only release, so the men's sizes are a lot more rare than the women's sizes. It has everything going for it for me to think that this is definitely going to be a pretty decent investment as a resale sneaker. So watch out for that, you guys in the US. On June the 26th, the Jordan 1 tie-dye. On June the 27th, once again, you guys in the US are getting a delayed release. This is the Jordan 11 Concord Bred Low. It already released here in Europe, and I did drop a review of that sneaker. I will leave a link to it up here. A combination of two of the most iconic Jordan 11 colorways ever. However, I'm just not a big fan that they did this on a low. I think if you are gonna combine these two iconic colorways, it should have been done on a high, but that's just my opinion. It is the summertime, so I guess a low kind of makes sense right now. But not a sneaker that I would cop for resale. There's really no resale on this pair, even though it released early here in Europe, and it will be releasing in the States on June the 27th. Also on June the 27th, we're going to be getting the Yeezy 350 V2 in the zebra colorway, which will be restocking for the 27th time. At least it feels like it's the 27th restock of this sneaker. I feel like my grandchildren are going to be getting restocks of this sneaker, but I'm not hating. Let me just say actually that in my opinion, this is the best ever colorway of the 350 V2. I've always loved this colorway. Even though this is the 38th restock of this sneaker, expect there to be some pretty decent resale on this. This is just an iconic colorway. Every single Yeezy collector wants this pair. I wouldn't personally sell it in the first few weeks after the release because you're just not gonna make a lot of money. I would hold on to it at least 4, 5, even 6 months for it to kind of reach that $350 to $400 range. So for everyone who missed out on it, on June the 27th, the Yeezy 350 V2 in the zebra colorway. Also just wanted to very quickly mention another sneaker that doesn't have a confirmed release date, but it is rumored to drop sometime soon, and that is the Nike Dunk Low in this Grateful Dead collab. There seem to be 2 colorways of this sneaker, a yellow as well as a green pair, and it's just an absolutely crazy looking sneaker. And this is definitely going to be one of those dunks that will have absolutely insane resale. Not a pair of dunks that I would cop to wear. I just wouldn't know how to wear a pair of shoes like that, but definitely a collector's item. Expect resale on this to be through the roof, maybe even around the same level as those Chunky Dunkies. There's no confirmed date, but yeah, just watch out for that, the Dunk Low with the Grateful Dead collab. And that's about it. That's a lot of sneakers for just a 2-week period. The end of June is definitely going to be crazy for sneakers. I'm excited. I hope you guys are. Let me know down below which is the sneaker you guys are most excited about. If you're not already done so, make sure you follow me on Instagram. The handle is right here. It is at JDKick6. Definitely the easiest place to contact me, and I do drop a ton of content on there as well. I hope all you guys and your families are safe, and I also really hope we can actually enjoy the summer, because so far this year 2020 has just been super weird. And thank you guys so much for messing with the video, messing with the channel. Thank you for all the support. Until next time guys, peace.